Namaste. Welcome everyone. This is Gentle Yoga for Anybody. And my name's Jamie Chandler. Today we're going to work on poses that help us sleep. So before the pandemic, the statistics were 1/3 of us, or 33 people out of 100, had trouble sleeping at night. Those of us who've experienced that know how miserable it is. And I'm sure since the pandemic, it's probably doubled. Almost everyone I know doesn't sleep very well anymore. So these poses are specifically to help you sleep, and you can do them right before bed, or really any time, but if you do them right before bed, it will help you sleep better and more profoundly and get a deeper rest. So today we're going to need a couple of items of equipment. You're going to need your mat, a folded blanket, I'm sitting on one, and you're going to need a cushion. So here's a little cushion. You can also use a bigger one or a little pillow, like a throw pillow, that would work. Or you could even use another blanket if you didn't have a cushion. All right, so let's go ahead and sit on our folded blanket and let the buttocks settle and the skull lift. Take your favorite mudra, rest your wrists on the knees. Now drop your chin slightly, close your eyes, tune into the breath. Just allowing the body to breathe naturally. Now with the exhale, set an intention to release the day. Allow the day to leave. Just let it leave the body, mind, spirit, system. And just tune into the interior of the body. Begin to observe what's arising in the body. Simply watch. Don't attach to it. Just observe. Now begin to observe the space within the body. Inner space. And interestingly, it may look a lot like outer space. Keep the attention on the breath. And open the eyes. Alright, let's do a little pranayama, yoga breath. So bring the arms to the side and imagine your torso is hollow. So you're going to breathe from your belly up to your throat and then back. Alright, arms to your side and inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, breathing from the throat back down to the belly. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue. Deep, slow breath. One more, really filling the torso as full of the breath as you can. And exhale. And relax. Switch feet. And a few more. Inhale. Exhale. Continue. And release, switch feet. So what we're doing now, we're just warming you up a little bit, and then we'll get into the 10 poses. So bring your left arm by your side. Inhale. Exhale, reach up, lengthen. And on an exhale, reach to your left, dropping the right hip. And inhaling up, switch, reach. And on an exhale, reach to the right, drop the left hip. And inhaling up. And release, switch your feet. Let's repeat that. Inhale, exhale, reach. And on an exhale, going, reaching left, lengthen the whole right side of the body. And inhaling up. Exhale, reach. Drop your left hip. And on an exhale, reach to the right. And inhaling up. And relax, switch feet. Bring the hands to the knees, inhale, lift, exhaling, fold. Now begin rotating the torso. Just stay slow, relaxed, breathing into the lower back. One more. And back to start, switch feet. And again, inhale, exhale, fold. Going the next direction. Breathe. One more. And back to start, switch. Now bring the left arm back, right arm across the knee, inhale, lift. Exhale, twist, look over the shoulder. And on the exhale, go deeper. And release, switch. And inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. On the exhale, go deeper. And relax. Switch feet. And again, left arm back. Inhale. Exhale, rolling the shoulders left. Go a little deeper. And relax. Switch. Inhale. Exhale, twist straight. And go a little deeper. And release. Unwind. Switch. Bring the hands back, fingers forward. Now lift your chest, arch back. Press your vertebrae forward. Bring your chin to your chest, and up you go. Roll out your shoulders. Good job. Switch. And hands back again, fingers forward, arch back. Press your vertebrae forward. Chin to chest. And inhaling out. And roll them out. Good. All right, let's begin. So let's come up to standing. And move your blanket for now out of the way. All right, so we're going to start out with the forward fold. So one of the things that helps a lot to sleep is if for a period of time you can get your head below your hips. So we're going to start out in wide-legged forward fold. So spread your feet out quite wide, taking your hands to your hips. Inhale. Now exhale, fold, flatten your back. Lengthen the back. And on an exhale, come all the way down. Push your belly toward the ceiling. Now press your feet into the mat, straighten your knees. And on an exhale, fold, coming all the way down. Let the whole body sink toward the floor. Whole torso, head, neck, shoulders. Just let your body relax. Watch the breath. And push yourself up halfway. Bend your knees a little bit, flattening your back. And on an exhale again, straighten your knees, fold. Relax. Just allowing all your vertebrae to separate, letting the weight of the head open the spine. Breathe. And push yourself up halfway. Bend your knees a little bit, sending out a couple of breaths. Keeping the belly soft. And again, fold. So let all the tension drain downward into the floor. And push yourself up. Bend your knees again. Now roll your heels in. Put your elbows on your knees. Drop your hips. Look forward. And inhaling up. And release. Good. All right, now we're going to go right into trikonasana or triangle pose. So roll your left toes out. Roll your right heel back. All right. So we're going to do this without props. If you're very flexible, just go ahead and bring your hand to the floor. I'm not going to go quite that far today. So bring your hands down and inhaling, arms left way. Look toward your left fingertips. And exhale, reach. Excuse me, reach, reach, reach. So you're pulling your left thigh up as you reach toward the side wall. Now drop your hand to your leg. Roll your right shoulder back, swing your right arm up. Breathe. Now bend your front knee, inhale, slide up as if you were sliding up a wall, and switch. So roll your left foot around, roll your right toes out. Straighten up. Good. All right, now inhale and exhale, pulling your right thigh up towards your pelvis, reach your torso toward the right. Lengthen and drop your hand to your leg. Roll your left shoulder back, swing your left arm up. And look straight ahead. Bend your front knee, inhaling up, and release. Let's try that again. Left toes out, and right heel back. So your right toes are rolling in toward the midline a little bit. And inhale, arms halfway. Exhaling, reach, 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 and down. Swing the right arm up, flatten your back. You can look up if you can, or look straight ahead. Now bend your front knee, inhaling up, and release. Switch, and roll your left toes. Roll your right toes toward the side wall. And you might want to walk your feet a little wider if you feel like it works for you. And inhale, arms halfway. And exhale, reach, reach, reach. And drop. Roll the left shoulder back so you're twisting, reach straight up. Look up. And look straight ahead. Bend your front knee and inhaling up. And relax. Good. All right, now we're going to do a pose called downward facing dog. Down dog, everybody calls it. All right, so let's come down on our knees. And what this does is it works the whole body, but it gets the head below the hips. All right, so take your hands, spread them out, spread your fingers out, put the tip of the little finger on the outside edge of your mat. Your knees are hip width. Tuck your toes under. Now find your belly, pushing it up. Now lift. Keeping your feet hip width. Now push the floor away from you. Create space in your armpits. And drop, drop. Yes, drop your chest. Relax the head and the neck. Now walk the dog, bending one knee, next knee, switch, this warms up and lengthens your hamstrings, switch, switch, and back to down dog. And come down onto your knees. Taking a couple of breaths. Just relax while you're here in table. Alright, now put your brain again in the belly and push it up, float it up, and up you go. And work your heels down. Push the floor away from you with your hands, dropping your chest through your arms. Relax your head and your neck. Breathe. And come down. And just breathe, relax for a few breaths. And again, up you go. And down to your knees. Take a few breaths. Alright, now we're going to do a really famous pose, very grounding pose. So connect your feet, spread your knees a little bit, slide your hips to your heels. And child's pose. So here you can rest your head on your folded arms, or on the mat if you can reach the mat, or not. Breathe. You just let your spine fall in between your thighs. And push yourself up. Good. Alright, now we're going to do bridge pose. And bridge pose is number 5. So go ahead and sit with your legs parallel to the mat. Just slide your hips a little bit toward the end of your mat. And then come down on your elbows. And then your back. Bring your arms by your side, palms down. Now walk your shoulder blades toward your hips. Good. Now your feet are going to be hip width. Feet are at hip width. Put your brain right here in the center of your belly. Now lift your hips. Lift your head up a little bit. Slide it back, lengthening the back of your neck. Push. Now work your knees forward. And roll it down nice and slow from the top of the back down to the tailbone. Good. Alright, so just do what you can on this. It might be hard to lift your hips, but just do your best. It will help no matter how high you go or how flexible you are. Alright, so let's try it again. Put your brain in your belly and lift. Push your knees away from you. Press the feet into the mat. Lengthen the back of the neck. Push your hips up. And roll it down nice and slow. Curving your back as you drop. And take a few breaths. So this pose is awesome, I think, because it relieves your back in a million places, plus it opens all of your chakras, all at once, which is really nice. That's why it feels so good. All right, let's give it a try again. All right, ready? Brain in your belly. Lift your belly. Push. So you're going to push your butt muscles into your pelvis. Push your gut into your pelvis. Work your knees forward. Press your feet. And roll it down. Nice and slow. Good. All right, bring your knees up and rock a little. That will relieve your lower back. Good, now roll to one side. Look toward the floor. Push yourself up. All right, now we're going to do supported fish pose. So you're going to find your blanket and you want to roll it up into a nice roll. So you can see mine here. I fold the top third down and then you roll it into a nice fat thick roll from the folded end. Try to keep the wrinkles out and make a nice tight roll. All right, now you're going to take your roll, put it on the end of your mat, parallel to your mat. And then you want your cushion nearby. You could also use a folded blanket if you like, or you could use a bolster if you have the big bolster. Like this right here, you could use that. But we're going to use the blanket in this video. All right, so turn your back to your roll. Just slide your hips up to the end of the roll. And then you're going to roll your back down, laying it on the roll. Like so. Now you're going to find your cushion and tuck it under your head. Lift your head up, tuck it under there. There, much more comfortable. All right, now just let your legs go straight, let your feet flap out. And your shoulder blades are just going to pour over the roll. Your arms are out about 45 degrees. Breathe. Now you just want to relax your whole body. This pose should take no effort at all. Once you're into it, just let your bones relax. Let the muscles release the grip on the bones. Relax the lower jaw. Just let your body conform to the new shape. This is supported fish pose. Relax, relax. Just let your shoulders be heavy. Relax your head and your neck. So this is a lovely pose because it opens our heart, opens our heart chakra. It makes you feel so much better. All right, let's take our hands behind our head. Pull our head up, dropping the chin toward the chest. Walk the knees up, rolling off nice and slow. Roll off your blanket. Look at the floor and using both arms to push yourself up. All right, now we're going to do Viparita Karani, or legs up the wall pose. So this is a little different. I don't think I've done this one in a video before, but you can use a bolster, or might as well use a folded blanket or a rolled up blanket. So what I'm going to do is put my blanket, maybe 8 or 9 inches away from the wall. All right, then I'm going to come up onto it and sit on it. It's a little too tricky to get into this, so you'll see why in a minute. All right, so I have to kind of sit on it sideways to start, like that. All right, now come down to the end. Yep. Now you're going to slowly come down onto your elbows. Walk your legs up the wall. Walk your shoulders parallel to the wall. And once you're there, you just adjust where the roll is. You want it to be in a comfy spot, right under the flat part of the tailbone. You can take your arms, tuck your shoulder blades towards your buttocks, put your arms up in a square U, right angles, so your shoulder blades, you'll want them flat on the mat. Now, if your wrists are up in the air like this, you might not want to do this with your arms. Just bring them alongside about 45 degrees. So either way, now just rest your feet on the wall. Just relax your lower jaw. Also, it helps if the back of your neck stays long. So you can take the first 2 fingers of your hands, lift your head up, pull that fat part of your skull back, tuck your shoulder blades down again towards your buttocks, and drop the arms. Now your job is to just relax. Relax the lower jaw. So one of the things I learned many years ago was if your lower jaw is tight, you're not relaxed. So just keep that in mind. So relax your lower jaw. Let your whole body sink into the blanket and the floor. So this is such a marvelous pose. This one alone would relax you deeply. This is also called a restorative yoga pose. Your legs are supported, so you don't need to worry about holding them up in the air. Everything is supported. which gives you an opportunity to really relax. So just let your bones settle. Turn up the gravity rating on the floor. And let your muscles and tissues relax downward, melting toward the mat. So this is so wonderful. I'm almost ready to fall asleep. So let's go to the next pose. So bring your knees up, drop your feet, walk your shoulder blades out a little. Now roll off the blanket. And looking toward the floor, use both arms and push yourself up. Good. All right, now last pose. Oh no, two more poses. All right, so this is number 9. So I'm just gonna unroll my blanket, lay it out on my mat like that, and come on down onto my back. All right, so this is wonderful pose. It rebalances your hot and your thaw, or your solar and lunar energy. So let's bring our right knee up. Take your left hand to the outside of the right knee. Now you're going to roll it all the way over to your left. If your right shoulder lifts, just put your ribs right there, hand right there on your ribs. All right. Now roll your head to your right. Relax. Now swing your knee up, roll your hips straight, straighten out your right leg, straighten out your left leg, and arrange your body so it's nice and neutral again. Take a couple of breaths. Good, now bring your left knee up. Take your right hand to the outside of the left knee. Roll it all the way right. Again, if your left shoulder lifts, put your hand on your ribs and straighten out your right arm. Roll your head left. Really a wonderful stretch there in your hip and lower back. Just let your body relax. Checking in with your lower jaw. Make sure your lower jaw is relaxed. Inhale, swing your knee up, roll your belly left. Now bring both feet up and bring them up by your hips. Connect your feet. Now drop the knees out to each side and scoot your shoulder blades towards your hips. Lengthening the back of the neck, so go ahead and lift your head up. Pull the fat part of your head away from your shoulders, and then drop your arms out to each side. This is called lying down, bound angle pose. Now you're probably noticing right away that the inside of the groin's really tight. So that's where you want to draw your breath. And with each exhale, let your legs sink more and more toward the floor. Takes a bit of breathing to do that, because there are so many layers of tension in the groins and hips. Just work on it one breath at a time. Inhaling, swing the knees up, and go ahead and prepare for Shavasana while you're here. All right, so straighten out your legs. Find your eye bag, or you can cover yourself up if you want, or put on warm socks. So I'm going to get up and talk you into Shavasana. If you've enjoyed our video, please subscribe, like, and share this with your friends. I'm sure you all know folks who need to sleep better. Alright, so go ahead and arrange your shoulder blades so they're flat on the floor. Palms facing upwards near the hips. Allow the feet and legs to flop outward. Arrange the skull so the chin is lower than the forehead. Release the lower jaw. Allow it to slide downward toward the ears. Placing the tongue in the back of the throat. Begin by taking several deep, slow breaths, exhaling any remaining tension in the body. Begin to observe the breath, watching the inhalation, watching the exhalation, keeping all the attention on the breath.